What's good, YouTube? It's Nurush, and today I'm going to be going over how to build a Giants B10 team. Now, it's going to be geared towards, mainly early game players, but some mid game players as well. I'm actually going to be going over more of a slow team, basically your first team you're going to build. And now, I do have a speed team, and I'll make another video on that. But a lot of players are still stuck on how to build an efficient early first team. Now, there's a lot of tutorials out there, and a lot of the monsters I'm going to talk about are pretty much what they talk about. But I want to get more in depth onto the reasons why, what stats you need, and how to efficiently farm runes before you can get to the B10, and then when you get to the B10 be able to go to like dragons and things like that. So let's get into a run first. I'll show you a quick run. Now I'm only going to do one run because I want to keep this video as short as possible, and this run's going to take me about 4 minutes. Now I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, the first team they got to build is a slow team, but guys, let's be honest, like, you can't just expect to have a fast team off the bat. Now this team I'm using here, very obtainable. Everyone can get these monsters. Now I know I have 2 fusibles, but you should already have Veramos pretty much at this stage. And I mean, like, Bernard, Bella, and Megan are very, very obtainable, and I've talked about it in my last video on how important they are. And then Sig, I put Sig here because at first I wanted to talk about maybe another monster you could put in there that would replace Sig. And there are other monsters, like you can go safer, like you can actually go Konamiya. It's a lot, like the runs are a lot longer, but you can go Konamiya, you can go Shannon, like you can go pretty much any kind of damage dealer or healer if you want to take it slower. But the reason why I put in Sig is because I feel like he's probably the next monster you want to fuse after Veramos. Why is that? Well, first of all, Sigmaris is a damage dealer. Sigmaris is water, so Sigmaris can be used for Fame on Hell. Sigmaris can actually farm Fame on Hell solo. You're gonna need some decent runes first, but Sigmaris can do it. In dungeons, Sig gives a 44% HP lead, which is huge early on because your monsters are probably not going to have good HP early on, or enough damage. So Sig kind of fills that role. Also, what else does Sigmaris have? Well, Sigmaris has a stun, which isn't too important, has a freeze, which is okay, but Sig has an AoE damaging skill that reduces attack damage, and also scales off how much HP the enemy has. So, in Giants, the Giant has a lot of HP, so what does Sig do? Reduces the attack cape, so it doesn't hit for as much, and what else does it do? Does a lot more damage. Also, Sig is pretty much vital for your Dragon's B10 run later, because the fact that Sig is water, gains extra crit rates, does more damage, and the HP lead is really, really important, but we'll go over that in another video. Anyways, so we're just about at the boss here. Now the boss, I want to talk about how to beat the boss. Now, luckily for the boss doesn't gain immunity or anything like that, so you can put whatever debuffs as you can. But you got to be careful because this boss has this 3rd skill. You can see this counter going up here. Fend off, counter attacks the enemy immediately after the 7th attack. So basically what that means is pretty much what it means. After the 7th attack, whoever hit him, he will counter attack. So, and it hurts, trust me, it hurts it. And then if he gains another turn, he hits everybody, it hurts again. Now, why is this team good? You can see here, we're almost done. Boom, boss is dead. Your runs might be a little longer than this actually is, but it shouldn't be too much of a difference. It's a 3-minute run. So let's go over the runes really quick here on each monster. So let's go over Sig first. Now, my Sig has 0 skill ups, like 0, no Devilmons, no nothing. You can put Devilmons if you want. I don't think the only free-to-play monster that I would get to put any Devilmons on is Veramos, but everyone else, and Theomars, but everyone else is pretty much like I don't want to waste my Devilmons are. So these are his stats. Nothing stellar. My Sig is actually on Violent, but that's because I had just like leftover Violent runes. But honestly, I actually think it's more optimal if your Sig is on Fatal Blade, and that's from farming giants. So from doing like B7, B8, B9, you should have a decent fail set to put on Sig, and you can go speed. I'd probably go crit rate at first, so speed, crit rate, attack, or attack, crit rate, attack, or even HP crit rate, attack for the tankiness. So these are his runes. Nothing, again, nothing good. Like, they're just real leftover. Like, this is not even plus 12. These are his runes. It's a crit damage rune, but I suggest you go crit rate first. Crit rate, there's no point in having crit damage if you're never critting anyone. If you have anything below, I'd say 60% crit rate, it's never worth it. So, here you go. That's my Sigmaris. Again, Fatal Blade is probably the better build on him. Next monster, let's go to Bernard. These are his stats. You might not have plus 123 speed, but if you can have like, I'd say minimum of plus 100 speed, you could do this. You could do this just fine. These are his stats. Again, like his HP is abysmal. If you can get better HP on him, good on you. Like mine's pretty bad. I don't even use my Bernard anymore, but yeah. So these are his stats. Just pretty much speed wherever I can. Some accuracy is good too. HP, defense. Sorry, let's go over here. All right. Next up is Bella. Alright, we all know Bella. I talked about Bella in my last video, but here are her stats. Yeah, nothing good. Pretty bad speed. Okay HP. Fully skilled up. These are Bella's stats. And you can notice a lot of these, I don't even like plus 15. I pretty much go to like plus 9, plus 12. Plus 12 is probably the best to get the most ideal stats in order to survive. So, I mean, yeah, pretty much obtainable. Let's go Veramos. These are his stats. Now, my Veramos actually used to be really, really good. He used to have like plus 1, like 120 speed. He had like plus 2, like not a lot of HP, like 25,000 give or take. But he was really good, but I stripped a lot of his runes to put on some other monsters. So I mean, like this is what he is. Now he's on Violent as well, but all these monsters I'm showing you, none of them have to be on Violent. If you can get some good Violent runes and put them on, great. But honestly, Swift over Violent is probably more reliable than going Violent, because you're gonna have more speed, and more speed is a lot better than Violent in like that early on when your speed is really, really low. All right. So let's go over him again. Just, yeah, nothing special. This should be speed, but he's on HP. You saw his speed earlier. It's like plus 15. It's pretty bad. Yeah, that's the speed, plus 15. And then my last monster, Megan. Again, same thing, Swift. I have her on Swift Focus, I believe. Yeah. Pretty much for her, speed, HP. If you want some accuracy, like this is a freaking attack rune, guys. This is butt rune. It is some butt rune just for that 9 speed. All right, now why does this team work? This team works because, again, Sig has HP lead and reduces attack damage. It's an AOE, so it kind of helps clear the wave, and does damage based on the HP, so good against boss. Why does Megan work? Attack buff, defense buff, and attack bar buff, which is great, and puts dots on her first skill. So that's pretty nice, because dots will help you kill the boss. That's how you want it. Why is Bernard good? Alright, first skill doesn't do much, but third skill is an attack speed boost and attack bar boost. So it gives you the speed that you're missing, and a second skill is huge. Defense and attack break in one skill will just destroy the boss. Like, it's so good. Bella, defense break on first skill, and heal on third skill, plus attack bar boost. So you can notice I have 3 monsters that give attack boost, and it's pretty good. And Veramos cleanses, AoE stuns, and puts dots on. So the way you want to kill this boss is pretty much defense break, attack break, put dots on, and then boss kills himself, because there's no immunity cleanse or anything like that from the crystals or anything. So this is the team that I want to showcase. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly like that, but this team is like, it is so safe and it's so good. And again, I'd rather have a team that is safe and 100% than a team that is fast and is only like 60-70%, because you don't want to waste energy, you don't want to waste time, and that's energy is pretty valuable in here. So those are the monsters. Interchange them from, you know, other monsters if you've got like, you know, Galleon and Lucians and things like that. Experiment, but this should be your basic team, and they're all farmable, guys. So there's no excuse really to not be able to do this. And don't expect to farm giants for only like a month, 2 months, and say like, oh yeah, that's it. Like, wow, how come my team's not super fast anymore? Guys, getting a speed team is very risky because you might be able to get to the boss fast, but if the boss if your team's not strong enough, or the boss moves and hits you and wipes you, like, there's no point. So that's pretty much it today. Yeah, it's a slow, safe team. I'll make a team on how to build a video, on how to build a speed team, and what you should be looking for in that. And then I'll have more videos on. I'll pretty much make a video on how to make a slow and a fast team for every dungeon, because it's kind of targets towards the beginnerish mid players to the more mid game players later on. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video. And I'll try to make a video for the speed team sometime this weekend. But like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys soon. Peace out.